garbage another life. Recycle. Learn how at iwanttoberecycled.org. A public service advertisement brought to you by Keep America Beautiful and
WIFO 105.5 FM Jessup, Big Dog Country. This is Bill Parker with Parker Insurance and Realty, your locally owned and operated independent insurance agency. We specialize in home, auto, commercial, ATV, motorcycle, and boat insurance. Being an independent agency, we have the ability to find you the best price available to suit your insurance need. At Parker Insurance and Realty, we can help you package your insurance or find the specialty insurance required to get you covered. We are your source for any real estate needs, whether buying or selling, we can help you. Give us a call today so we can discuss your insurance or real estate needs. Parker Insurance and Realty, 265 South Macon Street, 427-9345. That's 427-9345.
Hello, friends and neighbors. At Mike Butch Ford, we're offering the best prices of the year. The Ford Friends and Neighbors Year-End Sales Event. Ford Motor Company has authorized X-Plan discounts to everyone from now to January 4th. Low interest rates for qualified buyers, huge discounts, plus special offers from Mike Butch Ford means all new Fords at the lowest prices of the year. Get over $10,000 off on select new Ford F-150s. Finance for Ford Motor Credit, get another $750 rebate. You want to save even more? Come to the House Good Service Bill, and we'll give you 5 free oil changes while in 36,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty on any new Ford we sell. Timmy Rozier, Joey Lee, Bart Duncan, Randy Williamson, and Tracy Ross are ready to get you the best prices of the year. Stop the search. Come to Mike Butch Ford, the dealership where friends send friends and neighbors are welcome. We have a great selection of certified pre-owned Ford vehicles. This is Sammy Dixon saying thank you. Thank you very much for your business.
When you have an accident, you, not the insurance company, chooses the body shop, and you only need one estimate. All you have to do is call Jerome Riles at B&C Collision Center in downtown Scriven to deal with the adjusters and insurance company. Whether it's a little ding or a major crash, that B&C Collision Center across from Wasden Cabinet Shop in Scriven, deal with the insurance company so you don't have to. Call them at 579-2274. That's 579-2274.
Hello, friends and neighbors. At Mike Butch Ford, we're offering the best prices of the year. The Ford Friends and Neighbors Year-End Sales Event. Ford Motor Company has authorized X-Plan discounts to everyone from now to January 4th. Low interest rates for qualified buyers, huge discounts, plus special offers from Mike Butch Ford means all new Fords at the lowest prices of the year. Get over $10,000 off on select new Ford F-150s. Finance for Ford Motor Credit, get another $750 rebate. You want to save even more? Come to the House Good Service Bill, and we'll give you 5 free oil changes while in 36,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty on any new Ford we sell. Timmy Rozier, Joey Lee, Bart Duncan, Randy Williamson, and Tracy Ross are ready to get you the best prices of the year. Stop the search. Come to Mike Butch Ford, the dealership where friends send friends and neighbors are welcome. We have a great selection of certified pre-owned Ford vehicles. This is Sammy Dixon saying thank you. Thank you very much for your business.
Good morning, 5 minutes after 8 o'clock. You're listening to the Big Dog, WIFO FM in Jessup, 105.5 on your FM dial. Currently, we have 40 degrees here in southeast Georgia, 40 degrees, looking for a high today, right around 69 degrees and lots of sunshine. The autumn humidity at 9.3 feet and falling. It is now time for the world-famous Butch and Bob Show, brought to you by Parker Insurance and Realty, located on Macon Street in downtown Jessup. Jessup Premium Storage out here on the Waycross Highway, B&C Collision Center in Scriven, and by Mike Butch Ford in Blackshear. Well, Bob, it's Coastal Pines Technical College Day, and we've got some guests in here this morning.
Certainly do. Again, they come in once a month, tell us all about what's going on at the Coastal Pines College. So we'll just turn over to our guests and let them introduce themselves and tell us what we're going to talk about today.
I am Carly McDonald. I am the high school coordinator and recruiter for Wayne, Long, and Pierce County. I'm here to promote enrollment for spring semester. We have orientation on Monday, so if they're interested in coming, especially new students, they need to get in this week and get registered so they can attend orientation on Monday. Classes begin on January the 6th, so it's only a few weeks before our spring semester begins. Here on our Jessup campus, we have criminal justice, welding, nursing, nurse aid, electronics, welding. Any other ones that you can think of? Those are pretty much our main programs that we have. But now with all of our joint campuses, like we have the new campus in Brunswick, and then since we've merged with Waycross, there's a lot more opportunities for our students for programs they can participate in.
Okay. So Melinda, what you up to this morning?
You know, I'm always pitching something.
All right, what are you pitching this morning, Melinda?
Today, I'm still pitching Christmas gifts. I just know there are people out there that need those last-minute stocking stuffers or need something special for friends. And so I'm talking about the Adam and Jenny Wainwright program or foundation and the event that's coming up on January the 23rd.
Okay.
We talked
Tell us about it. Yeah, I know you told us all about last time. Go into it again.
That's right. Sorry, just got to keep on pitching it.
Keep on pitching.
Because our foundation does get half of the proceeds from each ticket that is sold. So it's very important and it benefits our students. It's $40 per ticket. It's on January the 23rd. Gates open at 2:30 with lots of local talent. And the main events are from 6 to 10 p.m. It's in Glenn County at the Glenn County Stadium. And this year's show will star two of the biggest acts in the world of country music. They've got Justin Moore and Montgomery Gentry. And these two acts between them have released an amazing top 40 smash hits. So you and a guest or anyone that you might want to give this gift to would be a great, great Christmas present. And we would just appreciate it if you would consider purchasing your tickets through us.
Okay, sounds good. It's going to be a great concert.
Yes, it is.
I went last year. It was a lot of fun.
That's great. Carly, I want you to go this year.
Got a wedding to go to that weekend.
What day is that? A Saturday? January
It is
23rd?
Saturday. It sure is. And let me give you my phone number in case anyone's interested. It's 427-5835. Or you can email me at mlaager@coastalpines.edu. And we'd be glad to hold the tickets for you.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay.
Going to be a great concert. Get your tickets through Coastal Pines with Melinda.
We would appreciate that.
All right. Anything else going on at the college this morning that y'all want to talk about?
No.
Go ahead.
We have a sale going on.
Sale?
Another thing for
Yeah.
people in the bookstore. It's great. I checked with the bookstore before I came, and some of the Christmas items are 30% off, and other Christmas items are 50% off. And we have other gifts as well, so if you're out and about today, please stop by, and they even gift wrap.
Okay, so good sale going on at the bookstore there at Coastal Pines.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think my husband wants me to stay out of the bookstore.
Do you spend money when you go in there?
Maybe.
When you see the word sale, it
Yeah.
kind of leads you in.
Ding, 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 ding.
That's right.
But honey, I saved $100, but you spent $300. But I saved $100.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah.
It was a good deal.
It was a good deal. You're right. Yeah.
It was a good deal. We had to have it.
Oh boy. All right, lots going on there at Coastal Pines. Once again, when does the classes start after the beginning of the year?
January the 6th is a
Yeah.
Wednesday.
All right,
Yes.
January the 6th.
And orientation is Monday, December 14th. And we have one at 10 a.m. and one at 5 p.m.
Okay, so get registered.
Yes.
Absolutely. With us closing in, about a week and a half.
Yeah, the 17th is our last day. We'll be closed that week of Christmas, and then
Okay.
we'll come back the week of New Year's. I
Oh,
think
you
it's
will come back that way.
the
Okay.
28th. Yes, so we'll be open, I think, 8 to 6 that week. So
Okay, sounds good. Bob, any questions or comments for our ladies from Coastal Pines Technical College this morning?
I'm just glad they're here. Like I said, enjoy having them.
All right,
Thank
we
you
look
for
forward to
having us.
having you on next month, talking about something. I know it'll be about the show,
Oh, yes.
about the big concert.
But we'll
and other
have
thing-
more.
And more, right.
And more.
Okay. All right. WIFO 105.5 FM in Jessup. We'll be back more of the world famous Butch and Bob show in a minute.
When it comes to investing your money, a professional is usually better than doing it yourself. But where do you turn for help? The answer is closer than you think. Country Trust Bank, part of Country Financial, has been providing investment management services for 38 years. No matter where you're starting from, you can take advantage of this expertise. Just pick up the phone and give me, Shauna Quinn, a call at 588-1051. I'll show you how effortless it can be to get investment experts working for you.
Investment products and services offered by Country Trust Bank, or Country Financial Bank. Products and services are not FDIC insured and not guaranteed and are subject to investment risk.
When you're in the need for any kind of roof repairs or a new roof, look no further than Edwards Roofing. Edwards Roofing has been in business since 2003 and specializes in metal, shingle, and flat roofs. Small or large jobs, O.J. Edwards stands behind his work, giving every customer quality, dependable, and affordable roofing jobs. And check out their Christmas special on all metal roofs. serving Wayne and surrounding counties. Give Edwards Roofing a call today for your free estimate. 266-3621. That's 266-3621. All right, 12 minutes after 8 o'clock, 105.5 FM in Jessup, Big Dog Country Radio. And talking playoff high school football there, Bob.
Yep. She's going to the Georgia Dome.
Oh, she is going to Georgia Dome.
Yeah, Justin's brother coaches at Fitzgerald.
Oh, okay.
So to see Fitzgerald.
Oh, good.
They're from that area, so they're headed to the Dome to watch the good state playoff football this weekend.
Yeah, all Friday and Saturday. Going to be on public television. Folks can see the game starting at 1 o'clock on Friday and all the way through Friday night and starting Saturday morning at 10 a.m. and going all the way to Saturday night. So lots of good high school football to watch, and hopefully there'll be some stars out there for Georgia coming up in the next few years. They're on the fields this weekend.
You'll see a lot of college coaches there for sure.
Yeah. Okay, all that's going on. So, Bob, you reported on the county council meeting last night, and so no more recreation board, huh?
No more rec board after January 1.
Okay, so what they voted in this past year is being voted out at the end of this year, and some of the same folks who voted for it, right? Did it happen, or is it other folks voting for it out? I can't remember what you said the votes were there. I know that you said Ralph didn't vote for it,
The vote was
and Kevin didn't vote for it. So those two new folks.
Yeah, Kevin didn't vote for it just because he wants to talk to
the guy, right? Talk to the person
before they took action.
Yeah, just said, well, here's why we're doing this, instead of just saying you're gone. Huh? Okay. So the rec board hasn't met in a while, and nothing really going on with it. Is that kind of what I got from your newscast?
Shag said it best.
What did Shag say?
Shag said it was set up for one purpose and one purpose only.
Well, you can always expect Shag to shoot straight from the hip, and said what it was for, and so it's
anybody that followed that story and saw it, that's just pretty much the way it went down.
And you said that all along.
They didn't have the guts to do what they had to do, so they set up the board to do it for them.
Yeah, well, you said that all along, even though there was folks who denied that, but we knew what was going on.
It is what it is.
Okay. It is what it is, okay. And so we've got a new county attorney, is that right?
Andy Beaver.
Andy Beaver's a new county attorney.
And interview him. So I said that's the decision last night. He wasn't there last night, but they said we could find him today to get an interview with him. So good guy, just a good, good kid, smart kid. Good attorney. I said just opened up his new practice downtown Jessup. I think he'll do a good job as a county attorney.
Well, he was with the DA's office for several years, wasn't he?
I don't think he was there that long. He was there for a short period of time.
Okay.
He worked in the DA's office, but decided to open up his own practice. So
okay. So in private practice, and now the Wayne County new attorney starting the beginning of the year or next meeting or what?
I think right away. Get on board, get with Luther. I think they hired him last night. Said,
Okay.
New county attorney.
He's on the clock, huh?
I guess. I assume he's on the clock. They just said they hired him. I imagine he starts right away.
Okay.
They meet once a month, but I'm sure they have other things they need him for.
Oh, sure. You got to run stuff by attorneys all the time because nothing hardly gets done without running it by the attorneys. All right, so that's done, and that was an interesting story there on that 5 members of that grand jury who looked at all that evidence and decided basically against what the superiors in that case saw.
People see things differently, so it was just a long day in court, disturbing video to watch. It's a pretty lengthy video, but, counted about 58 times they asked him to put his weapon down. Had to put the weapon down, and then came towards the officer. And you see the shots fired and see him fall to the ground. But I said the GBI investigated fully. Say nothing was done inappropriate. That the officer acted in accordance with the law. But again, the coroner's inquest didn't go that way. Yesterday, after the 5 people from the grand jury selected watched it, they came back and said it was homicide. But they stated, in their opinion, it was not justified homicide. So, but waiting for their attorney to release a statement. We talked to him yesterday after court. He said he'd call and give us a statement today. And hopefully the sheriff's department or somebody will be commenting on their part as well. But Jackie says, DA Jackie Johnson says she can't comment because it's still a pending litigation case. So it's definitely headed to a civil court somewhere to be, I'm sure there's a lawsuit being filed somewhere. So, but it was just a long day. Started at 8 o'clock. Got her with about 5:30, 6 o'clock last night. But watching that video, just, there's 3 different videos that were watched, and the 5 people selected it, they did it in thorough job, and they deliberated almost 3 hours, came back and asked to see the video a final time before they made the final decision. Also asked for the definition of justifiable homicide before they made the final decision. So, they took their due diligence for sure, but they just saw it differently than what the GBI has seen it and what law enforcement sees it as. So different people have different views, but this is a process. You have to go through the coroner's inquest, and the process took place yesterday. Lengthy day in court.
Okay.
But hoping the sheriff will comment later this week. And I said, didn't get a chance to talk to him after the proceedings, but that's the ruling by the people selected to watch the video. Again,
was it 3 out of 5 that saw it that way, or all 5?
They didn't say, but it doesn't have to be it doesn't have to be unanimous. It only has to be majority. But they didn't ask they asked all 5 after their decision was rendered, and all 5 said that was their decision.
Okay.
So I guess it was unanimous.
Okay.
They didn't really state it, but they were asked individually if that was their verdict, and all 5 said that's the way they saw it.
Okay.
So just an interesting day in court for sure, but just disturbing to watch that.
I'm sure
don't see a video like that every day. So, but alcohol played a part. Had hydrocodone in the system, just a domestic disturbance that we talk about all the time, but just amazing. Just alcohol seems to be the evil of a lot of things.
Oh yeah, no doubt about that.
But I said the video was shown, and they watched it several times. But you watch the video, they arrive, and he's got the gun in his hand, and he's yelling and screaming at the officers back and forth. But I think I know it kind of. Over 50 times they asked him to put the weapon down, but the weapon was never put down. And then when he comes towards the officer tells him back up, and then the shots are fired. But in the eyes of the 5 people that were on the coroner's inquest, they stated it was homicide, but not justifiable. They thought it was a tragedy that could have been avoided and didn't need deadly force. That's what they ruled yesterday.
Okay.
That's where it stands. Like I said, we'll continue to follow it, but said the attorney, Mr. Katz, I believe his name is, he said he would call us today and release a statement sometime today. So when we get that statement, we'll pass that information along. But I said the coroner is supposed to do the inquest, but our local coroner excused himself. So they had the coroner from Glenn County come up and do that. But they say he's been the coroner in Glenn County for eons. Abe Brown was his name. So, I'm trying to think. I said I'm not the name of the attorney.
I got a question up here, and I don't know quite what it means. Is what was the video recording of the commissioners meeting about, and what is that new ruling? Was there something in the new ruling for the commissioners meeting?
They didn't make a ruling. They had on the consent agenda that they were going to try to do away with video recording and video of the meetings. But that's against that's against freedom of the press. So when I called Luther Smart, he said it's been taken off. So don't know who put that on the agenda to begin with, but it was taken off the agenda, and I don't think it will ever come back up for discussion. But why it was on there to begin with, I had no idea. But for some reason, it was under consent agenda when we got the agenda, and when I read it, I didn't really understand what it was. But the way I understood it, they were trying to do away with video recording and audio recording the meetings. So I called Luther Smart yesterday and asked him what that was all about. And he said, "Don't worry about that. That's been taken off the agenda." So
okay. So it has been taken off. So
right. It was
video and auto recording still can be done of the public meetings there of our public commissioners.
That's why they call it a public meeting.
Yes.
Anything they do can't be recorded and taped. I mean, I understand what it made no sense to me, but like I said, they took it off the agenda. I'm trying to find the name of this attorney.
Okay. Well, the Georgia State Legislature through the years have done a great job of opening the meetings up and having the sunshine laws and open meetings and stuff like that, as they know that free and open meetings are crucial to a democracy, that the press has the opportunity to report on what public officials in the state of Georgia are doing.
It's a no-brainer. Why it was on the agenda, I have no idea, but like I said, they took it off. The attorney's Austin Katz, who represents the Tower family, like I said he's going to release a statement sometime today, so we'll have that for you tomorrow here on the local news.
Okay, all right.
He's out of Brunswick, Georgia.
All right, well, you answer the questions. If you have any questions or comments for us here on the Butch and Bob Show, or at any time, you can always text them in at 912-427-3711. You can text them in 427-3711. Another question that just came in here, do you think that the number of police officers will diminish because potential recruits will be afraid of losing their jobs and or being arrested? What do you think, Bob? Not only here locally with this type of situation, but also nationwide, you're seeing kind of attack on the police forces. Do you think it'll cut down on recruits, or what's the pulse out there? Have you talked to any police folks about all these things that's going on around the nation?
I really have not.
You have not? Okay. So you don't know. So that's the answer right there, is Bob don't know, and I really don't know, because I haven't really talked to police officers about their thoughts and feelings on some of these things going on around the nation. And of course, this ruling yesterday.
Like I said, people see things differently, but the sentiment after the hearing yesterday was that probably played a part in the ruling yesterday, was this anti-police, sentiment out there. The police have come under attack. So it's kind of sad. I said, I know this officer personally. I said, this is a good officer. People see things differently. I said, the GBI fully investigated it and cleared him of any wrongdoing. And I said, the coroner's inquest is just something you have to have. It's a procedure they have to have. And I said, those people saw it. And I said, I'm not criticizing them. I just said they saw it differently than other people see it. People see things differently, right? Their ruling was it was homicide. They don't believe it was justified. So I said, that's just a procedure that's going to be used by the attorneys to head to the different court where a lawsuit's going to be filed, and they'll battle it out in a civil case.
Okay.
So that's where it's headed.
All right. All right, WIFO 105.5 FM in Jessup, Butch and Bob Show for this Tuesday morning, the 8th day of December. And boy, what a Monday Night Football game last night.
Yeah, terrible game as far as plays. Just boneheaded plays by both teams. It wasn't I guess it was entertaining, but it wasn't good football. That was the analysis after the ball game. That it was just sloppy play. Like I said, Dallas still without their quarterback, Tony Romo. Castle was terrible. Kirk Cousins played awful. It was just a bad football game, but exciting at the end. 54-yard field goal decides.
54, man. Woo.
And you're 4-8 and still alive for the playoffs. One game out of the division lead. Can't beat that. I wish Pittsburgh was in that division. Pittsburgh 7-5, not even the playoff picture in the AFC.
Okay.
The Cowboys are 4-8, one game out.
4-8, one game out. Well, Pete Rozelle would be happy. Everybody going just about 8-8, and everybody just coming. Yeah, 8-8 parity is what they want.
The playoff pick, 4 games left. Falcons still have a shot. Jaguars still have a shot if they can get their act together.
Wow.
They haven't been mathematically eliminated as of yet. So they got a big game Sunday with Indianapolis. Looking forward to that. T.Y. McGill coming in from Jessup. Looking forward to interviewing him Sunday. Bring his comments next week.
Okay. Someone just texted in, have you heard anything about a 3-month-old that was shot this morning?
I did. I got a report early this morning from somebody, but I haven't got any details. But I heard there was a shooting this morning around 3:30 at an apartment complex, and a child's involved. So I'll get the information from the sheriff's department or the police department, whoever.
Get the official details from the police department.
I did get wind that there was a shooting early this morning in Wayne County. I'm not sure if it's Jessup or the city county, as I said, but we'll get the details, have that tomorrow as well.
Okay. All right. We'll be on that story today. Anything else going on that you're kind of keeping an eye on?
The IDA meets today. They could announce who the new IDA director is. They have an executive session on that agenda. So if they make that announcement, hopefully we'll have that to you tomorrow as well. So not sure if they're making a decision. I just know they have an executive session on that agenda. I know they've interviewed both candidates. Dale Keith and Mary Caitlin have both been interviewed, so decision could be made as early as today on who they want a new IDA director in place by January. So it makes sense that they do it today, but I don't know that officially.
Okay. Well, we'll report on it in the morning.
Watching that.
Okay. All right. Anything else?
Trying to think. I said they got their lunch and learn tomorrow at the chamber.
Lunch and learn, okay.
The chamber's got their lunch and learn tomorrow. Still want to remind everybody about the Scrivener Christmas Parade Saturday. They got
What time is that? 4:30?
4:30.
4:30. Okay.
It was originally scheduled for 4, but the band somewhere they pushed it back a half hour so the band can get back to be in the parade.
They're probably in a
They got
competition somewhere.
They're just like Jessica. They got all types of activities. Santa will be on hand for pictures with the kids. They got a big car show over there all throughout the day. So head on over to Scriven early and have a good time. Some other events, like I said, they ran yesterday to promote this Sing Around the Tree, Monday, December 14th at 6:30 at the Eldon Depot. Features the Monday Missions Children's Choir. Also the Handbell Quartet. They're going to have roasted marshmallows, open fire, homemade goodies, apple cider, hot chocolate, coffee, sponsored by the Odom Garden Club. That's Monday, December 14th. Also, they have an event by Epworth United Methodist Church coming up called Heart in the Park. And it's the Methodist Church, along with the Wayne County Rec Department, the Press Center, hosting Heart in the Park Thursday, December 17th at 6:30 at the Cracker Range Rec Center. Come on out and enjoy a night of music, family fun, and fellowship for the Christmas season. Refreshments will be served and donations will be accepted to benefit these local charities, Tabitha's Place, Shane's Crib, and the Good Samaritan Center. So again, that's Thursday, December 17th at 6:30 at the Cracker Range Rec Center. Mark that date and time on your calendar. I think they're lined up for the Butch and Bob show one day next week to come talk about that in detail. So a lot going on for Christmas. A lot of churches having their Christmas specials as well. So it's a busy time. Christmas is here.
Very busy. Another comment just text in here concerning this, the police situation. Somebody just texted that says, it will come to the point where an officer cannot use deadly force until he or she is fired upon. Would you want to be that officer? You know, you got to be a good, I guess they're thinking you got to be a good bullet dodger because you just don't know when a person's going to fire that trigger, pull the gun up real quick and shoot. You just don't know. You're sitting there with a guy coming at you or a gal coming at you in a situation where they may or may not shoot, and it's judgment calls there. And so this person right here feels that it may get to that point.
Like I said, people see things differently. One thing about the video, you're not there live. You know, nobody knows how intense that incident was when officers arrived on that scene. Guy out there brandishing a gun. You know, like I said, it went on for quite some time. They tried their best to negotiate to get him to, you know,
Right.
There's, you know, it's comical, but there's a thing on YouTube that the comedian Chris Rock does about people not paying attention to police. He says it's very simple. Just do what the police say.
Just do what they say, things will go
If they say
smoothly.
pull over. They say drop your weapon, drop your weapon. They say get out of the car, get out of the car. If you do what the police tell you to do, a lot of this could be avoided.
You are not going to win an argument with law
It's a
enforcement.
funny comedy. If you want to YouTube, I'm sure you can go on.
Go to YouTube and find Chris
Rock's
Rock.
Obey Police or something.
Obey Police. Okay.
But it's you know he pretty much does a comedy routine about you know.
Mhm.
But
Basically common sense stuff.
Yeah, basically his message is do what they ask you to do.
Mm-hmm.
When the officer tells you to get out of the car, you get out of the car. Officer tells you to drop your weapon, you drop your weapon.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, I said it didn't happen that day.
Well, sometimes drugs and alcohol can impair the decision making of
But like I
some
said,
people.
the video is the video, but like I said, to be there live is probably a totally different situation. You know, and like I said, anybody who knows this officer knows the quality and character of this officer, and I said he probably feels worse than anybody that this took place. But when I said, when do you? I mean, they're trained. He has military training, so when is close enough? Close, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I said, but again, they saw it differently. They say it was homicide, but not justifiable.
Right.
They spent 3 hours in deliberations discussing it, so it is what it is too. Like I said, I'm sure it's just going to move into a different court of law, and it'll be debated, and
Again.
you know, it'll be. That's where it's headed. It's headed to a legal civil suit.
Just a very bad situation there. Just a very bad situation for all parties involved.
One thing they said best is tragic. I mean, it's tragic that a man lost his life. Like I said, but you see domestic incidents all the time escalate, and just that's what it was about. This was a domestic disturbance. That's police got called to the scene. There was kids involved, female involved. I mean, they tried to diffuse the situation as best they could. It ended tragically.
Wow. It's just such a shame there. And everybody involved's trying to do the best job they can with the information they have, and you just got to move forward, I guess. Yeah. All right, Bob, that's the end of the Butch and Bob Show. All right. 832, 105.5 FM in Jessup.